ever been on TV or like interviewed for sports or anything like that?
It's been a long.
This is how they make you do it. They're always like, can you get like this, guys, and have a weird conversation? So, all right, guys, what's up? Coach Josh from ASAP Sacramento here with Sacramento member Armando. Armando, can you give us just a brief history about yourself? Like, basically just age, what brought you in the gym, and what you do for a living.
Again, Armando. I'm 41 years old. What brought me here to ASAP?
Speak up a lot.
Okay.
So start over. Okay.
Armando, Sacramento ASAP, 41 years old. I currently do corrections for a living. What brought me here to ASAP was to better myself as far as trying to be a more conditioned athlete. I do competitive Spartan Racing and open Spartan Racing. I also work with Tyler's sister, Macy Wilcox, and she is the one that pretty much got me involved in CrossFit. I was very hesitant about it, and then when I told her what I do for my workouts, she started laughing. She's like, okay, I'm gonna hook you up with Coach Josh, and we're gonna get you on the right track. And so far I've been here, I wanna say 7 months, 8 months?
Yeah, going on 8 months now.
I'm still learning. I love it. I absolutely love it. The people here are awesome. Coaches are great. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And
all right, so let's dive into the nuts and bolts of it. So I think the main thing I want out of this today is people hear me talk about like Spartan tips, why I do CrossFit for Spartan, all that good stuff. But a lot of people probably think I'm biased. Being a CrossFit coach and a competitive Spartan racer, they're like, okay, well, these are two things you're passionate about, so you're biased. What I wanted to find out today was you literally are like from the outside in, so you had no idea this world really existed
at all.
Before you came in. The main thing that brought you in was Spartan racing.
Yes.
I would say. So when you came to me, it was very specific, your goals. You're like, hey man, I'm doing these Spartan races, like I want to get better at them. Macy had told you like, you should probably go check it out. There's a coach over there that does Spartan racing, all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go through the bullet points of the whole thing so you can give your honest feedback. I did not prep Armando for this interview whatsoever, so whatever comes out of his mouth, hopefully it's good stuff. So we're gonna find out. So a couple of things. I want you to just break it down piece by piece. So what would you think the biggest takeaway from doing CrossFit to your fitness? So let's compare a race that you did before you did CrossFit and now your first race after. What would you say the biggest thing is that changed?
So for me, before I started doing CrossFit and I was doing Spartan Racing, obviously the cardio, grip strength, just, it's kind of funny because I'll back up a little bit, when you say Spartan Racing, people just like, oh, it's just obstacles, I could do this, it's easy, whatever. No, you can't. You got to train for it. You can't just have that mindset like, I'm going to go do a Spartan race. There's a lot of physical things that you have to do. But to answer your question, yes, I mean, when I first did my first couple Spartan races, it was horrible because grip strength, cardio, just everything involved, especially being in the competitive division. I looked pretty bad. Once I've done CrossFit for this amount of time, and now that I'm doing competitive Spartan racing, tremendous difference. I mean, I just ran a Big Bear, and the only obstacles I failed was the spear throw. I mean, that just tells you the grip strength.
That's a 50-50 chance
Yeah.
anyways. That's what I tell myself. It's a 50-50 shot. I don't care who you are.
But yes, I mean, I utilize CrossFit for Spartan racing, and it's helping me out tremendously. I am human. This past race in Monterey, I think I ended up doing 60 burpees. So yeah, I failed some obstacles. Doesn't mean I can't do them. It didn't work out that day. But CrossFit to Spartan racing is 100% just has made me confident, and just when I go out and do a Spartan race, I'm like, oh yeah, it's go time. I'm not nervous. I like it. It's fun. And yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah. Well, what would you say some of the perks are on the side of that? So taking Spartan out of play, what would you say the perks are other than the energy? Like, has there been some weight loss along with it? Even though you were already training for Spartans and doing Spartans before, did you get even better aesthetic results afterwards? Like, did you lose some weight? Did you get more cut than you were before?
Yeah,
things like that?
I feel like I'm more leaner than I was before I started CrossFit. Just because, again, I'll back that a little bit. I would do little runs here and there. I would do like push-ups. I think before I started here, I was doing 9 rounds, which is like basically like conditioning, boxing, kickboxing, which was good. But this here, if you want to get on the physical side and get more leaner, muscular, yes, this has helped out tremendously. Before I started doing CrossFit and Spartan Racing, I was at 230. Right now I'm at 190, so I think I want to say I probably lost about 40 pounds.
So 40 pounds,
40
yeah.
pounds, and
So the whole myth of go to a CrossFit gym, lift heavy weights, you're going to get bulky, you'll be too big to race. We can kind of debunk that one right off the bat.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I'm 6'1", 190, and yeah, I'm a little guy, but I'm pretty lean, and it's because I'm doing CrossFit, and it also helps to do the Spartan. But CrossFit, 100% just changed.
Do you
the
feel
whole
like
dynamic.
do you feel like your diet's changed a lot since you got here, or had you already cleaned up your diet before you started CrossFit?
I had cleaned up my diet a little bit, but since I've been doing CrossFit, I cleaned it up a lot. Now I went off your method. I pick Sundays are my cheat days.
Yeah.
So, if I want like a Carl's Jr., Burger King, I love hamburgers and pizza, but I'll pick
fast food,
yeah.
apparently.
But I'll pick a cheat day and I just go with it. But for the most part, Monday through Saturday, I keep it clean. I do protein shakes, eggs, toast, breakfast, or excuse me. I don't really do a lunch. I probably should do a lunch, but I do usually just do protein shake. For dinners, I do salmon, chicken, rice, avocado. That's pretty much pasta.
So you're pretty clean.
So
throughout
and then the occasion, I'm not a drinker, but on occasions I will spoil myself. Like this Father's Day, I went crazy. So, and then I
think we all did. A few too many.
Price afterwards.
It happens, man.
But
But at the end of every race, man, we get a beer. I mean,
yeah. Oh,
come on. It's
yeah,
part of
that's true.
It's
Yeah.
part of the package. It's one of the reasons I do it.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I do it. If they didn't have beer there, I would rethink my racing career. Sorry about the noise, guys. Didn't bring the microphone today, so we're winging this one. So lastly, now that you've found CrossFit, it's helped you improve with Spartan Racing. Do you see yourself continuing on this path, or do you think you still need to search for something else?
No, so I don't want to use the word content. I still want to strive. I'm going to stay here at CrossFit. It helps me in so many aspects of Spartan Racing. If it's okay to mention that I did my first competition, and it really humbled me, and it made me realize that, man, I need to really train harder than what I was doing, because man, it's a grind, it's a beast. I respect anybody and everybody who comes here and gives everything, because it's probably not for everybody, but for those that are here that are trying their best, I mean, kudos to you, and
I agree.
I really respect.
I think a good way to put it is, it might not be for everyone. I think the best way to word it is, anyone can do it.
I shouldn't say that.
Everyone probably doesn't want to do it. Does that make sense?
That does.
I think to me, I've been thinking about it for years, and I'm like, what's a better way to say that? And honestly, I think that's really what we're looking at.
Yeah,
because not everybody wants to like come in and work really hard. Right. Everybody's kind of searching for that magic pill. They want the shortcuts. Right. We don't offer it. We don't have it. We're like, okay, here's our prices, here's our classes. We want you here all the time. We want you to live, and breathe this stuff. Come in every single day that you can, work out as hard as you can, learn as much as you can, and that's the magic secret, is consistency. If you work out 3 to 5 days a week consistently over time and change your diet and eat healthy foods, we know we're going to get results. It's proven over and over and over again. Which, some people are like, well, I just want the yo-yo, I'll pick a diet that drops 40 pounds really quick,
Right.
and then they go right back to their normal eating habits, and obviously they gain the 40 pounds back, if not more.
Right.
So what we're trying to teach people is just consistency. It's the same thing in racing, I think. I think both of us can honestly say, when we got into Spartan Racing, neither one of us were good at Spartan Racing. We're probably terrible if you look at the grand scheme of things.
Yes.
Statistically, we're probably terrible. I know I was in the bottom, definitely the bottom of the barrel when I first started. I couldn't even run the whole race. The cool thing is, you keep doing it long enough, you get a little better. You run a little farther, you get a little faster. Next thing you know, I'm top 100. I'm top 50. And then you're top 10. Then it's, I'm going to podium my age group and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to say it's impossible. I definitely think we're still fit enough to maybe podium overall one day. But realistically, I try to stay in my lane in my age group, and only focus on that, being in the the 30, 39-year-old division.
And that's my goal. I really want a podium, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm human. I have a 9-to-5 job. It's hard. I have kids. I have a family. I'm not sponsored, so it's hard. When you go out there, there's a lot of good athletes out there that do Spartan Racing competitively, and it's hard. Like Coach said, it's tough. I mean, you really it's gotta be like, if you're a CrossFit athlete, you gotta train every day.
Just do CrossFit, yeah.
There's
definitely a difference now. When I first started OCR and racing more competitively, everybody, I feel like a lot of people were weekend warriors. So you kind of like, we're all on an even playing field
Right.
because we all had full-time jobs.
Yeah.
We could only train 1 to 2 hours a day. When I got towards the end of my, what I call my career, before I like officially was like, I'm not doing competitive anymore, I noticed my training volume went up significantly just to try to get on a podium anymore. It was like 3-4 hours a day versus just 1 or 2 hours a day. So I was like, this isn't realistic.
Right.
You can't have a family and a life and all these other, and run a
It's hard.
business and all these other things.
It's
So
really hard.
I think that's the cool thing where Spartan has decided to go with the age divisions. Now
Yes.
you can actually place in your age division. Now they actually have award ceremony
And
for
you
it
can
and
see where
trophies and
you-
stuff like that. You can see where you rank
stack up. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and I feel like other people in those age divisions, of course, there's always going to be the couple of elites that kind of step down.
Oh, yeah.
And they're still probably sponsored or whatever, but they're not going to be sponsored for long if they continue to just age down
Right.
or age up, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah.
They need to be on a podium overall. So I don't think we really have to worry about that. But I think it evens the playing field because now it's okay. Well, all of us are
Right.
we're in our age group. We're all normal people that work normal jobs.
Yeah,
So,
let's stack up and see
that's
where-
what I think is super cool. And then for people that don't want to be on the competitive side, just like CrossFit, you don't have to compete in either sport. You can go sign up for a Spartan race and you can just race open. Go have fun with your crew, take out 20 people with you, have a good time. You can walk, jog, do whatever you got to do, have fun doing the obstacles. Same thing with CrossFit. It doesn't have to be this like super crazy lifestyle. So you can come to class 1 hour a day and get significantly fitter than you were before just by treating it as just a general hobby.
And I
Something you just do a
100%
couple days a
agree.
week. So that's pretty
Absolutely.
cool.
And it's cool too because I've met a lot of Spartan athletes that actually utilize CrossFit for their sport, and there's been a lot of CrossFit athletes competitively that have gone to Spartan Racing and they actually do pretty good.
Yeah.
And so that's basically.
I feel like
what
there's a
brought me
lot
here.
of crossover between our two worlds. I think you guys might want to check it out. I haven't seen it yet. Wadcast Podcast, I'm pretty sure, just did an interview with Hunter McIntyre. I think it was Wadcast Podcast. Don't quote me on that. But look it up. Hunter McIntyre just did a podcast the other day talking about the difference between CrossFit and OCR and CrossFit in OCR, like the new movements that are coming out. If you do a stadium series this year, you'll notice they had them last year too, like the assault bikes,
Those are
box
fun,
jumps,
yes.
slam balls, heavy jump ropes, a lot of things that CrossFitters are like,
Yeah.
oh, this just feels like another day at the gym for me.
Yeah.
And the race is almost like it's under an hour. So
Yeah.
you feel like you're just doing a normal, like a longer WOD. Minus the fact that we don't have bleachers to run up and down when you're downtown. But I guess we technically could run across the parking garage across
And
the
those
street.
stadium series are geared more towards CrossFit.
for
And
sure.
When I did it last year in AT&T Park, San Francisco, oh man, it was, I think my fastest time was 46 flat. But that's not great, but it's okay for me. But it
You
was.
might have beat me in that race. I need to look up our times from last year. You might have
But
beat me.
they had slam balls, they had box jumps, they had assault bikes, they had obviously the rope climb, but cardio. It was more geared towards CrossFit. So those who are thinking about doing a stadium series Spartan race and do CrossFit, give it a try. I think you'll like it. I really
Yeah,
do.
I agree. A lot of people ask me all the time, like, what should I do? And I used to always tell them the sprint, because the sprint's a little more, it's shorter. They don't have to run as much. That's
right.
usually CrossFitters' first thing they throw out is, oh, I don't like running. And I'm like, it's only 3 miles. You'll be okay. It's usually like more like 5 now. I feel like every year it gets a little higher.
It
On the
does.
minimum gets higher. But the stadium series cannot be that far. You literally can only run in a stadium. So I think that's a really cool
think it's like
entry or segue into the world of OCR. It's like maybe a 5K. So super easy, even for somebody that doesn't like running that much. You don't feel like you're running when you're doing
No,
a
you
sprint
don't.
sprint
You don't.
because
You're literally
up
just-
and down stairs and doing
That's
all these
it,
other
yeah.
things.
It's like you're doing mountain climbers, except you're actually running and
they're pretty
just
fun.
you got to give it
Yeah.
a try. I can explain it to
Absolutely.
you, but until you try it, I don't know if you'll like it or not. But
Yeah, so if you haven't tried CrossFit yet, get your butt down to ASAP. Come visit us, see what it's all about. We offer 2 different programs simultaneously in one class. So we have what's called our Performance, which is our tried and true CrossFit program. It's designed to get you really, really good at CrossFit. We also offer a class at the exact same time, coached by the same coach. It works out pretty cool. You just have to come check it out. It's called our Fitness. So Fitness is a little lower barrier of entry. So the workouts are still really, really good. Intensity is the key. What it does, it takes out the very high level movements that take a lot of coaching and a lot of time to learn. It allows you to get a really, really good workout, even if you're someone that's fairly new to all this kind of stuff. So we take out the high skill movements and a really good way to get it. And I always recommend to what have I been telling you lately? Start transitioning more towards the fitness,
Yeah.
side. If you want to build a really big motor, get
Especially
super
during
lean,
Spartan season,
look better naked, all those good things, programs are really good for you. So you guys come on down to ASAP, come give us a visit. If you see Armando walking down the streets, say what's up to him. See you guys at the next Spartan race. Take care.